Hi, my name is Sarah Eileen. I'm going to be taking you through oil painting 2 pine trees on a rocky outcropping in Acadia National Park. I'm starting off with a size 0 liner brush, and I'm using fast drying medium in combination with Winsor & Newton artisan oil paints, which are water soluble. I'm not using any solvents. I don't like to have any noxious fumes in my workspace, so this works perfectly. Plus, it is easier to clean up. I hope you find this video useful, whether you are an oil painter yourself and are always interested in looking for new techniques. I know I am. Or if you just like to watch the creative process come to life. As we get into the video, I will put it in time-lapse mode since a lot of the motions I'll be making are repetitive, and you will see this come to life before your very eyes. I'll include comments on the screen as well as talking you through what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing as I paint. I'm starting off with a very spindly little tree. Trees along the coast get so weather beaten that oftentimes the ones that are closest to the water are pretty sparse, and I just adore the way that they look. They remind me of the little Charlie Brown tree. Do you know the one I'm talking about in the Christmas special where they go out and get this little tree and they put one ornament on it and the top bends over? So cute. Normally I will block in large shapes when I'm painting, but since this tree is pretty sparse, I want to focus on a bit more of the detail first. And then I'm putting in a tree just to the right of it. This one isn't quite so crazy. It's a little more straight up and down. It can be really helpful to look at reference photos of pine trees for painting pine trees just because their branches can be all over the place. Some do have that traditional Christmas tree look, and then others have branches pointing up or down, sideways, all kinds of ways. So I find it helpful to have a reference photo just so that I make sure I'm not getting too uniform with the way that I'm painting the trees. Also, I'm surrounded by pine trees here in the Pacific Northwest, and that provides tons of great material. This effect here is subtle, but adding the phthalo green to the olive green mix helps add a little bit more dimension. As I get down into the base of the trees, I've switched to a size 8 filbert brush. I just want to be able to cover a little bit more ground. Next, we're going to go back to the top of the trees with that size 0 liner brush. I've added lemon yellow and permanent sap green. That helps really lighten things up a bit. Now we're going the opposite direction with ivory black and the size 8 brush. I'll start at the bottom and I'm adding in some very dark darks. I've mixed the ivory black with some of the raw umber that I was using at the start of the video, and I'm using that to push back some of those darker tones and darker values, basically the darkest that we will get in this painting. And that really helps bring some of the lighter colors forward on the pine trees. And then to add a little bit of a pop of something special, we're going to use one of my very favorite colors, yellow ochre. And I'm mixing some of that into my green mixture so that the yellow blends with that lighter green that was made up of the sap green and the lemon yellow. And you can see it really adds a bit of nice color here. That yellow just brings the pines to life. It doesn't take a whole lot to make a big impact, and I love how these turned out. I still have more to do on this painting, but I hope you enjoyed seeing these pine trees. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you again soon.